Okay, so got a couple things to do. Gonna get the intake manifold figured out, and then we're gonna raise the engine and then maybe wire up the subs. That'll be it. Prince is very sad because he's on a long leash this time. Okay, this is what we're working with. So a couple of things, I gotta finish up the hosing on this. So I got this. This is what the motor lift kit looks like. This one is way better quality than the other one. Maybe I'll be able to show the difference in quality, but yeah. First thing to do is actually, these are H22 injectors. I'm gonna switch them back to the F22 because I want to be able to drive this without a tune yet. And this would probably just flood the engine. Ready? So that's what I'm gonna do first, is just switch out the injectors, and then after that take care of hosing, and then everything else should be slapped on. And then I should be able to start the car. I might have to pour some more coolant into it because I lost quite a lot of fluid when taking off the old intake manifold. So yeah, I'm gonna do that now, and I'll take a video after I'm done with that. Okay, so I think I'm done with it. I wanted to replace the hose, but the hose I got wasn't the right size for most of the ones that I wanted to replace, so I just went back to the OEM ones. One thing I did replace was that coolant hose back there, which, you know, I feel like that's kind of the most important because all the other ones are just gonna have air in them, and then the fuel ones that I have inside the car are perfectly fine. I think after I throw it in, I should be able to start the car, hear how it sounds with the new exhaust and everything, which is probably gonna be pretty wicked. So yeah, let's get this thing on. Okay, so now the intake manifold is on. And so now we're gonna install the engine lift kit. So first things first, we're gonna disconnect the rear engine mount. You don't need any like jack underneath the engine because it's just the rear. So you have the other twos holding them up. So yeah, start with disconnecting that. I'll show you what that looks like in a sec. I took a video of what it looks like without the intake manifold on, so I'll show what it looks like. That way you can understand it a little bit more if you're not familiar with this car. Now I'm going to be working on the sides. Okay, so if you're not familiar, this is a good visual on how this rear engine mount looks. So it's just basically a bracket right here that connects to the engine, and then this connects to I believe this is like the subframe or something. And yeah, this is the mount right here. You got one bolt right there, one bolt right there, and one bolt right there. Okay, so here's what we got. We're gonna start with the driver's side first. We have this spacer. So this spacer goes in between there. So we need to take care of these two bolts. Take this mount completely off, remove the old one, and then put the spacer on, and then install the new one. And I'll show you guys the difference between the old one and the new one a little bit more in depth. We also have our bolts here, so we have this, and then we have the bolt which will replace that one, and then yeah, this side has a nut. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I need to put a jack underneath the car first. Okay, so all it is just a jack underneath the oil pan with a block of wood to protect it a little bit more. It's a little bit stripped out right there. I just need to take this off. That was a washer. Okay. So where is it? Here it is. Okay, so here's the difference. So basically, you can tell the difference in height. The reason that is so that you don't have to bang this shit down. Because banging it down is just so dumb, and you have to modify it in so many different ways. You actually have to cut out right here. Let me get the phone off the tripod. You actually have to cut out a hole right there to fit this. And so if it makes more sense now, this will go on right there, which will raise up the mount, and then this is even higher too. So you got the mount, which is raised, and then you have this, which is a little bit higher. That way you don't have to bang this down for no reason. There's a lot more thought into this kit for $50 more, you know, and also quality as well. I don't know, I don't know how to show you how the difference in like how malleable it is. Yeah, I don't know, but I can tell off the rip that is definitely a little bit less malleable. It's definitely a lot better material, and yeah, just more thought out than this. I don't know, I can't stress that enough. Like, this is all bent, and I had to hit it down a lot, because at any time you take off the other mount, this mount like flies up, and I won't have that problem with this one because this mount is already raised up, and then yeah, everything should be perfect. So now I'm just gonna get this mount on, get this side all buttoned up, and then on to the next side. So I really want to paint this, and I want to paint these because I actually have a paint match for this car's color code, but it is way too cold out. I'm in Cleveland, and it's starting to be winter, so I just don't think I'm gonna be able to, which kind of sucks, but you know, it's whatever. Okay, so my phone died, but I was able to get everything in. Kind of sucks that I didn't show it, but the process for the transmission side is the same process as that side. Mine is a little bit different too, because this kit was made for automatic cars. I manual swapped mine. So I have a couple things that are different, like that mount right there. So I had to make a couple of modifications to the bolts, nothing crazy. But yeah, here's everything. It's kind of hard to tell because there's a lot of clutter, but yeah, everything is in perfectly. I went down to check out my axle and it fully connects, which is amazing. Means that I can finally drive this car. If you didn't watch the last videos, the problem with this car is those, the engine lift kits were the problem. And I kept on going through axles. I would drive it maybe like a foot and then the axle would completely break. And I went through 4 axles because, you know, I would fix one problem or something that I thought was the problem, and then I would throw another axle in and then it would break. And I didn't even check it because I was just in a rush, and I had my car towed probably about 5 times over the past 3 months. So it's just really annoying trying to rush things. Now I can finally take it slow and really finish all the projects that I wanted for the car. So yeah, I also got the intake manifold almost fully on. There's a lot of wires that I need to delete, which is kind of a process because I don't know too much. So it's kind of just like a learning opportunity for me. And it's going to take a little bit longer, but I think I'm going to be able to finish it tonight. For those of you that don't know, this is a H23 intake manifold. I have an aftermarket H22 throttle body on it, which is 68 millimeters. Like I said earlier, I had H22 fuel injectors, but I put on the F22 ones because I haven't tuned the car yet. The H23, if you're looking to get one, the H23 intake manifold comes from a Prelude SI. I believe it's a 94. But yeah, so they come from a Prelude SI, so they're kind of rare, but you know, sometimes you can find them. I actually got this one for a steal. I got it for only $50, and I feel like normally these are priced around like 300, 400 maybe. I could be wrong. But yeah. Okay, so everything is officially done. I was just talking to my buddy about it. I'm honestly scared to try and start it because I don't know if I fixed the problem or not, and I don't want to have that feeling where like, oh shit, now I need a problem solved, you know? So I'm just gonna start it up tomorrow morning. It's straight piped. My grandparents are sleeping in the house over to me, so I'm just gonna try and start it up in the morning time, and then I'll throw in the axle. I looked down there, and it seemed like it was perfectly fine. I'll show you what I mean. Yeah, so it's still working. That doesn't. I think what's grinding right now is hopefully caliper. It probably is, but yeah, it connects perfectly fine. So, I mean, it looks good. Whereas before, that was completely out because it just was separated. So I think I fixed the issue, which I'm super happy about, but I don't want to get too happy about it because you never know. You drop the car down and you add more camber to it. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Maybe, maybe not. So I'm hoping it works. Only thing I deleted on here, I believe, was it was right back there. I think it's what's it called? I'm spacing. Not the EJAP, it's the EVAP purge. So it might have more of like an exhaust smell to it, but it's already straight pipe, so it's whatever. Yeah, so I have, for those who care, I have 20 and 24 connected. This goes to the EVAP purge, so I'm just leaving it disconnected. I have one thing capped off. So you have the coolant line, which runs back there, that big clamp in the back. And then there's 2 smaller holes that go like that. I have the top one capped off, but I forgot I can't just use a normal like silicone cap on it. I think it needs to be rated for, you know, coolant. Okay, so I ended it up just getting some seafoam to add to the gas. So I'm gonna do that, and then I got a correct like heat resistant cap for that intake, so the intake manifold. So I'm just gonna go put that cap on, put it in this, and then it should be all ready to start up. The guy said the battery could be dead after this amount of time, but I mean, I guess we did test it yesterday. We're trying to work this out. Has it been like 3 months? Hold up. There's fuel leaking.
Oh, geez, it's coming out from all over. Here and over there.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. Not gonna start it. No.
Not gonna start yet?
No.
False alarm. Aren't you hungry though?
I am, so let's go eat while that fuel dries. That sucks. I'll figure it out though.
False alarm. You got some more work to do. Ooh, yeah, it smells like gasoline.
Yeah, should open the door.
This doesn't like it like this. Yeah. I guess I'll have to figure out why that's doing that. Never mind. Okay, so new problem. The injector like O-rings, I replaced the uppers, but the lowers are not good. So I went to Napa and they were kind of confused with like the car and everything like that. I don't know, it was just kind of annoying. So I don't know, you can't really tell, but if I put it side by side, they also just slip in, you know, and they're supposed to kind of like snap in more than just slide in there and still have a little bit of wiggle room. So that's definitely the problem right there. So I'm happy that I know what the problem is. And a cool thing is I know that the car runs because before you guys saw it like pissing fuel everywhere, I tightened down the fuel roll bolts just a little bit more. I didn't see any fuel pissing out anywhere, so I didn't think that the key was fully turned. So I turned it even more and then it started the car on a kind of dumb. But the car didn't catch on fire and I got to hear the car run, which I didn't have that on video, which really sucks. But I know that it runs and it kind of scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds, like I said earlier, it sounds gnarly. It's awesome. My buddy's coming over right now. He's gonna weld on the exhaust, which is awesome. So I'll get a couple of clips of that, and then I already ordered like an entire rebuild kit from, I think it's called the injectorshop.com, and they have some good quality stuff. So I just ordered, you know, a little kit from there, and it replaces everything. I have the injectors outside of the car right now. Let me see. So that green, it replaces that, and then it replaces I think it replaces this black thing right here, because I think that is a grommet as well. So I think it replaces that, and then it replaces the upper and the lower. So just a rebuild, which is really nice because, you know, I don't think those have ever been replaced before. Those are like, that's why I got the H22 ones. So those have never been replaced. So it's a good thing that I'm doing this now. Yeah, so I ordered those come on Wednesday. I'll be up here next week to get it running, and then it should be driving as well, because like I showed earlier, you know, the axle goes in place. I sent that video to a couple of friends and they all said, yeah, I mean, it looks good. So yeah, I'm super excited. Yeah, let's skip over to some clips of him welding on the exhaust, and sadly I won't be able to start it up, but a video will come out next weekend where I'll finally be able to start it. Okay, so I'm back at home now, but everything got welded up and got the exhaust tucked up there more. We were able to adjust some hangers on there near the test pipe. That way it could sit up there a little bit better. And also when we welded on the blast pipes, it also helped like push the exhaust up a little bit more. So it's like, it's not even touching right now. I think when I lower it more, it will scrape a little bit, but not too much. It'll just mess up the flanges probably, because that's what sits kind of the lowest. But I think if I lower it anymore, or if I lower it in the future, I'm just gonna I think I'm just gonna get a skid plate for it. Yeah, I think that would help, maybe. But that's in the future. So next video I'll show you guys the exhaust a little bit more, because I sadly didn't get any clips of it. My phone keeps on dying. It's really annoying. I think I might invest in a camera, maybe. But yeah, so next weekend, plans are to just get the fuel rail all figured out and then fire it up, hopefully. I'll be driving it around finally, which is pretty crazy. I mean, it hasn't ran in 3 months. It hasn't been driving in like 4 months, 5 months. So I'm super excited. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.